All right, today we're going to dig into a concept called Gaju mining and its big idea for creating, as they put it, an economy for the people.
So let's just get right into it. Do you ever get that feeling that the whole game is, well, rigged? Like owning a home or just building a little bit of wealth is becoming this impossible dream. Especially if you're under 40, it can really feel like the ladder's been pulled up. The value of all your hard work just seems to be fading.
So what's going on here? Well, the argument is that whenever there's a big crisis, think 2008 or the pandemic more recently, governments hit the big red button and just print trillions of dollars. Now, that might sound like a solution, but it has this massive side effect. It crushes the value of our currency. And when the money is worth less, guess what? So is our work, so are our savings. It's like they're putting the bill for today's problems on a tab for us to pay later.
And here's where they make a really key distinction. They don't call this system capitalism, they call it corporatism. The idea is, if you already own all the big assets, real estate, stocks, that kind of thing, all this money printing actually helps you. Your assets get more valuable. But for everyone else who's just trying to get by on their labor, it's a totally different story. It basically becomes a game of I win, you lose.
Now, this feeling that the system was broken is exactly what led to a pretty revolutionary idea back in 2008 from a mysterious creator named Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin.
And the original dream behind Bitcoin was, wow, it was powerful. Imagine a currency that nobody could just print more of, a way for people to send money direct to each other, no banks, no middlemen. The whole point was to give everyone fair access and to take back some control from the very institutions that were rigging the game.
It's a brilliant idea, right? But here's the reality check. When it comes to actually using it for everyday stuff, well, it didn't quite pan out. I mean, just think about trying to buy your groceries with Bitcoin.
And this just lays it out perfectly. You'd be standing there at the checkout line for 10 minutes, maybe even hours, just for the payment to go through. And the fee for that transaction could literally cost more than your bread and milk. It's not practical for everyday life.
So, because of these issues, around 2016, the story around Bitcoin started to change. It wasn't really a currency for the people anymore. It became a store of value, kind of like digital gold. And while it was still revolutionary, it left this huge void. The original promise was unfulfilled, and that opened the door for something that could actually get the job done.
And this is where Gaju enters the picture. It's being presented as the true heir to that original vision, a currency built from the ground up to be used by everybody every single day.
The huge difference here is about one thing: utility. Gaju is designed to be real money that you can actually go out and spend. We're talking about buying a t-shirt, paying for a haircut, grabbing that coffee, the small, everyday things that make up an economy.
And this isn't just a theory either. There's a real place to use it. It's called the Gaju market. The easiest way to think about it is like an eBay, but one that's built specifically for the community, with the whole idea being that it operates at a tiny fraction of the cost. Okay, so if the government isn't printing Gaju, where does it come from? Well, just like Bitcoin, it's created through a process called mining. But, and this is a huge but, the way that mining works is a world away. This comparison says it all, really. Mining Bitcoin has become this massive industrial-scale operation. You need super expensive, specialized computers, and you use an insane amount of electricity. Gajumaru, on the other hand, is designed so that anyone can do it on their normal home computer with some simple software. It's all about accessibility. And the vision here is pretty ambitious. The goal is to get millions of people all over the world mining, especially during this protected rollout period that ends in 2026. Why? Because when you have a network that big, made up of so many different people, it becomes truly decentralized. No one person, no one company, no one government can control it. It becomes an economy that's actually run by its users.
So all this focus on getting in early frames this moment right now as a really unique and maybe time-sensitive window of opportunity.
And wow, this slide really drives the point home. They're drawing a direct comparison. Getting involved with mining Gaju today is like what it was to mine Bitcoin way back in 2009. The whole idea is that the people who help build and secure the network from the very beginning are the ones who stand to benefit the most as it grows, just like with early Bitcoin. But this is positioned as being about so much more than just a financial opportunity. It's framed as a movement, a chance to restore a sense of dignity and control, our own economic sovereignty. It really connects the tech back to this deep human desire to be in charge of our own lives.
And this brings us full circle. Remember that I win, you lose system of corporatism? Well, this movement aims to replace it with what it calls real capitalism. It's a totally different philosophy, a collaborative system where everyone can benefit when they contribute. It's not I win, you lose. It's I win, you win, we all win.
So, if you're curious about how to get involved, they lay out a pretty simple path. It all starts at their website, where you can choose a mining package, install the software, activate it, and get started. And that really is the final question, isn't it? It sums up the whole mission. It's a call to action that's about more than just a new currency. It's about whether you're ready to actually participate in building a completely different kind of economic future. Thanks for tuning in.